Hello there. The Prime Minister is all set to dedicate to the state of Uttar Pradesh, dedicate to the nation, the Purvanchal Expressway. The place that I'm standing just across from here is the pandal that has been set up. The entire arrangement is being made to welcome the Prime Minister. And if you can see on the other side of the road, there are these posters, these banners which have been set up all across Lucknow to Ghazipur 22,500 crore से निर्मित 360 किलोमीटर लंबाई और 2 लेन. Essentially, this is a 321 kilometer long expressway that is being made ready. It's a 6 lane expressway that is being made ready for people of Purvanchal. This will connect Lucknow with Ghazipur. There are a lot of specifications about this expressway, but let me first show you what this expressway looks like. This is what the expressway looks like. It's swanky. It is the longest expressway not just Uttar Pradesh, perhaps the entire country is seeing. Yes, there is the Noida Agra Expressway. There is the Agra Lucknow Expressway. But imagine 341 kilometer. That's the length of this expressway. Why this is significant? Because this is cutting down travel time by almost half. Earlier, it would take you about 10 hours if you had to travel from Lucknow all the way to Ghazipur. Now, what locals are telling me is that they're expecting this to be cut short by half. They're expecting to reach, 10 hours is what they would earlier take if they had to reach from one end of the state to the other. Now they're expecting it to be cut to half. About 3.5 to 4 hours is what the expectation is of the travel time. What are some of the other features of this swanky expressway? Solar lights. It is something that the Lucknow Expressway was also equipped with, but now solar light is being used, in a much wider way. There are facilities being made to ensure that this highway it has the best of the safety mechanism, has the best of the safety features as well. It's a 6 lane highway. The speed limit is 120 kilometers, but when we were driving down it, it was kept at about 100. And just to show you on this side, the place that we are standing in is a little below the highway. This stretch has been, closed for traffic. Even media is not being allowed. Doordarshan cameras, you can see, have been set up. There is a podium here, which has been set up as well. And all of this because the Prime Minister is expected to inaugurate. And what we are being told is that there is an airstrip there. The total landcraft Indian airport from the they've been practicing landing, and for that purpose also this has been closed for public. But we showed you what the express looks like, and perhaps that was the reason why politics has started over as well. And on that note, I want to bring Prancha, my colleague who tracks Uttar Pradesh very, very closely. Prancha, thanks for taking time out. This expressway, I tried to summarize why it is important, but can you just help us understand the politics around it that is happening?
Oh, well, Arunima, I was listening to you. It's clearly a world-class expressway. Unfortunately, while returning back recently from Siddharthnagar of the Prime Minister's event, I deliberately chose this expressway, and right from Sultanpur, crossing that midpoint where you are right now, where this airstrip, 3 kilometer long airstrip is done, and right up to Lucknow, I traveled on this expressway, and it's absolutely world-class. So in terms of starting from the political point, see what the opposition is saying, that safety standards have been compromised. It's, it lacks on the safety feature. Well, to our viewers, we can say out of our own responsible, experiences, that it is a world-class experience, at least at the moment, right up to first 150 kilometers, that is Sultanpur, and a little bit beyond that. This expressway is entirely complete with all those, night reflectors, solar lights, proper curves, proper, markings, signboards. So everything is appropriate as far as first 150 kilometer stretch of is concerned. And beyond that, more than 85% work is over, and it is, the finishing touches that is going on. Now, coming to political points, we have seen 3 governments in Uttar Pradesh, and all 3, have their own expressways. So Mayawati, it was the Yamuna Expressway, and it was a lot of political controversy. You recall the Bhatta Parsol episode, Rahul Gandhi going there, strong farmers protest taking place. But Mayawati didn't survive despite bringing in the first of its kind expressway to Uttar Pradesh. So politically, it didn't pay dividend for them. Then came the Akhilesh regime, and ambitious 301 kilometers Lucknow Agra Expressway. We saw again the helicopters touch down, the fighter planes touched down in 2017 when it was inaugurated. It was BJP in opposition then, and they tried to project it as a symbol of deep-rooted corruption. But again, Akhilesh tried to project it as a symbol of development. It didn't work for them. So people didn't vote for expressway. Now coming to question that can this Purvanchal Expressway, the biggest of it all, can it also be the speed road to the BJP's success in Eastern Uttar Pradesh? BJP wants to happen it that way, but politically we know, that people don't vote on the very fact of the expressway. They see a holistic picture. So is expressway going to catch imagination with the people of Eastern Uttar Pradesh? Yes, it is going to bring a difference to their daily life in terms of distance being cut short, traveling times being cut short, better connectivity to state capital, better connectivity to national capital, in the sense because Lucknow gets connected to Purvanchal via the expressway, and Lucknow is already connected to Delhi via two expressways. So in that sense, Eastern UP Balia Bihar border is now directly connected to the national capital of Delhi via the expressway. That is a big sentiment to capture upon. Can BJP, sell out that idea that Bihar, 800 kilometers away, Bihar border is now directly on expressway route to national capital? It's a big, a symbol of aspiration for the people. But then Samajwadi Party wants to blunt it by saying that all of this credit should go to us because it was we conceptualized, brought this idea to the table. 33% land was acquired. So if BJP has completed it, it is nothing big. That's what Samajwadi Party wants to, project. And the political reason being, they also want to counter BJP on the issue of development front, like BJP did them in 2017.
Right. In fact, on that note, I just want to share the experience that I've had since the time I've landed in Lucknow. At the starting point of this expressway, at the Gosaiganj area, there were locals who spotted our mic ID, they spotted our camera and actually stopped by and said, like two individuals who were Purohits in the local temple said that we come from Jaunpur and it used to take us, at least, half the day if we had to travel. Now our travel time is being cut short, and the expressway itself. Earlier, we had to only travel in a four-wheeler. Now, even on a motorbike, we can expect to reach. That is what their view was. The other view that I countered was on this issue of Akhilesh Yadav versus Yogi Adityanath. BJP is trying to sell the narrative and the countering the narrative that is being peddled by the Samajwadi Party. The BJP says it's only the DPR that was created by the Samajwadi Party, just a detailed project report. BJP is also alleging that the cost that Akhilesh Yadav government had envisioned for this expressway, their government has cut short that cost. They're of course alleging, to quote the BJP spokesperson, he said, "वो पैसा अखिलेश जी के जेब में जाता, हमने वो सरकार के लिए रखा है, लोगों के लिए रखा है, वो पैसा हमने बचा लिया." So this is the narrative and the counter narrative. Whether this will pay political dividends, we'll have to wait and see, Pranshu. But one thing is very clear: people in this vicinity are very excited about this, world-class expressway, the length of the expressway, and once again to show you the kind of preparations that are being made for the inauguration by the Prime Minister. Hoardings like these have been put up all across. Right from the moment I landed at Lucknow, from the airport onwards, you see these banners and posters. And as you move from Sultanpur, upwards from Lucknow towards Sultanpur, you see the preparation that is going on. Last-minute workers are trying to clean the area, ensure that everything is swanky for the Prime Minister. But final word to you, Pranshu, as a Lucknow resident, as an Uttar Pradesh resident, this must be that moment where you feel that development at least can be seen for Purvanchali, especially who have always been left behind in the Vikas story. This will be something that people should feel happy about.
Well, Arunma, I totally agree with your experiences you had with the two Purohits in, on the outskirts of Lucknow. Going to Azamgarh, going to Jaunpur was a nightmare. You had 9 railway crossings. It took, almost couple of hours, more than hours, being stuck in the traffic jam. So, traveling, commuting is clearly easy. For BJP, it's, also a political game plan because, see, the inauguration is being done when the elections are around the corner. So, as a politicians, you are justified to have political aspirations about a development project. The question is, the political debate is, can the expressways actually, serve the purpose for the political gains? So, and therefore, we are saying the past two experiences have been bitter for Mayawati, for Akhilesh Yadav. Let's hope, BJP will hope it's much more better or the opposite for Yogi Adityanath.
All right, Pranchu, we'll have to wait and see whether it pays political dividends or not. But like we are both agreeing, at least for the Purvanchalis, this is something that they are happy about, they are proud about. This is cutting down their travel time, making it easier for them to earn their livelihood, making them more mobile. And more importantly, this is one more step to bring Purvanchal closer to not just the capital of Uttar Pradesh, but perhaps closer to the national capital of Delhi as well. Pranchu, thanks for taking time out. Thank you to all you viewers for watching this broadcast about the Purvanchal Express.